I'm your host, Keith Harris, host of the global Netwerk, Keith Harris Show. As we promised to you before, we've been anticipating and waiting for a while, so we're finally glad we have her here to talk with today. All right. It is none other than the one and only gospel songstress, Delores Dee Dee G. How you doing today, ma'am?
Good afternoon. I'm fabulous. How about yourself?
I'm blessed. I'm doing blessed, as a matter of fact.
Great.
Yeah. So now, all right, to kind of go into it, introduce yourself to the people and let everyone know who you are. I know a lot of people probably do know who you are from your television network that you work with as well, and also from your passionate your first album.
Okay. As you introduced me, I'm Delores G, but everybody knows me by my nickname is Dee Dee. And I'm a native of Hampton Roads. I grew up in Norfolk. I went to school at Hampton University, and I majored in mass media and journalism. And I've spent over almost 25 years in the marketing and public relations field, and I still work that full time. But only a few years ago, I decided to go a step further with my passion for singing. I've always been a singer. I sang in high school. I sang in chorus, and I've always been a member of the church choir.
Okay.
So it was a couple of years ago, the Lord led me to put together my first CD.
All right, and on that first, what is your inspiration? But besides the Lord, I mean, we know the Lord is the number one inspiration behind it. But when did you know that you wanted to start to share that voice and that singing in the Lord's word with everyone else?
Interestingly enough, I mentioned I've always been a singer, but I really didn't think that my voice was anything special. I was always around singers, so I just thought, a lot of people can sing, and I enjoyed it, and I sang in church or at funerals. But when God starts sending you signs that it's something special, I sing at a funeral, and people would come up to me on more than one occasion that I didn't know and ask for my information because they wanted to put in their reservation for me to sing at their funeral. Right. And of course I'd say, we don't know the order, but if I'm around, I don't know who's going first.
Right.
But if I'm around, I will. And I thought, really? If somebody would really ask me to sing at their funeral? And there was a couple of years ago, one incident that stood out. I was leaving church. I was in the parking lot. One of the members that, I would see her every Sunday, didn't know her name, and she complimented me on a solo that I had sung that morning. Mm. And she said, if it was on tape somewhere, I'd buy it. And I came home and I asked myself, would someone really want to pay to hear me sing? And That was one of those moments that all the seeds that, God was laying, and I said, I hear you, God. And this is a special gift. And when God gives you a gift, He wants you to use it. He doesn't want you to hide it. And so at that point, the onus was on me to figure out how to use it, take it to a next level other than just singing in the choir. Right. And I prayed on it, and that's when I thought, okay, I can take the songs that I already know, that I already sing, that already have meaning to me, like Amazing Grace, How Great Thou Art, the Lord's Prayer.
Right.
I'll just give my interpretation of those, and then I just, thought through the plan. Again, I was a television producer for 9 years. I published a magazine with the Virginian Pilot. So I know how to produce and put things together, but the music, it's a different territory. Right. So I found a way, and I hired an engineer, and I leased background audio tracks with background vocals. And again, I financed the whole project, so I had to do everything on a shoestring budget and a faith. I just went out, put it on my credit card, and I said, okay, Lord, I need 250 sales to just break even.
Right.
And, when you step out on a faith, the Lord will increase your territory.
Yes, He will.
Not only did I sell 250, but I sold lots more than that. Wow. And not much more. The money is one thing about selling CDs, but the primary focus for me was a ministry. And to hear feedback from people to say that listening to my CD calms them, or they put it on every morning for their meditation, or one person came to me to buy a couple more CDs because they knew people. They had friends who were bereaved, who had lost in the family, and they wanted to share my CD. So that was priceless, to know that someone is using your music and your ministry, and it took a
spiritual.
It took a lot of.
Right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, like in a spiritual, like you say, it makes you feel great to know that people are using that as spirit as food for the spirit in the Lord's word.
Absolutely, and there was a lot of work that went into the first one, and people kept asking, when are you going to do another one? Because they were suggesting songs that went on the first one that they wanted to hear on another one.
Right.
And I just knew at some point I'd have to do it, but you have to get ramped up for it because it's intense. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of sacrifice, and so I wanted to go in when I was ready to give 150%. Outside of, I have a full-time job, and I have a daughter in college, I have a daughter in high school. So, there are some things that need to prioritize.
Of course, right.
So, but what really, and I was heading in the direction of knowing that it was about time, but earlier this spring I ran into someone who had bought the first one, and they said that they were ready for another one, and I said, I don't have one ready yet, but here, take the first one, take another copy, and just bless somebody with it. I said, I'm not even going to charge you for it. And that person called me back that same week, and he said that one of his managers that worked for him had lost a brother that next day, who had been killed, a young gentleman.
Right. And
he said, I gave your CD to my employee who was grieving, and I told him that, it had soothed me through some rough patches. And he said that the gentleman called him back and said, thank you so much. My family really needed to hear that. And when he told me that story, the tears were streaming, because I just knew, I said, that is kind of awesome. God is using, this is work. This isn't about me being a gospel star. This isn't about me singing pretty. This is God's work.
Yes.
And once he told me that story, I knew I had to keep going. And that's when I started. That next week, I started planning the next CD. And then 7 months later, I'm birthing it.
And it was out just like that. Being that you were into television and producing before, like you say, the music is a bit different, but it still had your work ethic. I mean, you were pretty much prepared for directing your music yourself after being into television, right?
Correct. I mean, I produced it. I hired the talent that needed. I had to hire a graphic designer. I had to hire an audio and a recording engineer. I had the final say of, what songs, what order, everything that went into it.
Right.
I had to send that direction because it had to reflect the essence of who I was. I wanted to feel that I could stand behind it and be proud of it. And I am, both of them. I'm very proud of the product, and again, the work that was put into it shows. It gets tedious when you listen to a song probably 30 times and listen to it over and over again and send back revisions and edits to the engineer, and because you wanted to sound like that you took it seriously. And so the early feedback, it's very well. The one thing that people are saying about it is that it sounds like a lot of work went into it. So I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. And upon my studies and research and things like that, I noticed myself that so many people I know, when it was known that you were going to be on the show, quite a few people reached out to me. It was like, wow, she's going to be on the show, and, made sure they're tuning in. So, hello, and God bless everybody out there as well who's tuning in right now, because a lot of people did contact us about that. And so you have touched.
great, and I'm so grateful for the support, because sometimes when you put yourself out there as an artist, you open yourself up and you're very vulnerable. But at the same time, all I have received is love and people saying, "What can we do to help you?" They see me stepping out, and it encourages them.
Yeah.
One musician told me, watching you has made me go ahead and step up my game. There's some things that I want to do, and I just need to go ahead and do them.
Absolutely. Now, as we'll come back to talking about, where everyone can, more about the music and where people can go to find your music, to buy your music, and follow you on social media. I want to take a second to talk about, because you're also blessing people in so many ways. I mean, there are quite a few organizations, as a matter of fact, that you have and are affiliated with, such as Junior Achievement, the United Ways Women's Initiative. I mean, tell us about the Women's Initiative program, if you can.
I just try to give back where I can. I was very active. I've always been active with the United Way in some shape or form. Usually when I work for a company, I'm the United Way coordinator. And a few years ago, I served on the Women's Leadership division of the United Way. And we just took a clearer focus on women's issues and the monies that people donate to United Way, specifically toward the women's division. We had latitude to make financial grants to certain organizations, and one of the priorities was, how do they elevate women? How do they help women? Another group that I was with for a while was called AMI Kids, and it was in Norfolk, and it folded because we had lack of funding. But there's a headquartered group in Florida, and they have about 60 chapters, and we help kids who are in trouble with the law. And judges felt that they didn't need to be in jail, but they did need some guidance, so we would give them certain skills to help them stay on the right track. And presently I am with Junior Achievement. I go into the classrooms. I'm a member of the board, and so we hold fundraisers, but we teach financial literacy to children, how important it is to balance a check, how important it is to go into a workplace and have ethics. So we try to instill those in students early, so that when they get out into the world, it's not like they're out, it's the first time they've heard about it. So again, those are the things that I choose, working with young people and working with women. I have 2 daughters, and I want to be a role model for them, and I want to make sure that they have opportunities that I didn't even have. Right.
Understandable. Now, I want to we want to congratulate you on this was in 2013. I know it was last year, but we want to congratulate you on receiving the 2013 Veer Magazine Music Award.
Yeah, that is a local alternative monthly magazine in Hampton Roads.
Okay.
And a few years ago, they started a music awards, and they honored me and gave me an award for the gospel category. And they actually did a great review on my CD, and that actually is on my website. And the website is very easy to remember. It's www.deegee.com. So it's edg.com. And so that article, that music review is up, and some pictures and some important dates. And so I'm really trying to grow my website. I also have a Facebook fan page, and it's the letter D, another and G Media, DDG Media. That's my fan page. So I invite your listeners to go up to my fan page and like me, and I'll keep everyone posted.
That sounds great. And we know you gotta, you're really busy, so you gotta get ready to get out of here. But now, first I want to say, how was it? I know you were saying it earlier, and we found out that you sung the national anthem at the State of Region address. How was that? That's a big deal.
Yeah, that was actually this morning. I'm still on cloud nine. It was a huge event put on by Lead Handsome Roots, which is a part of the Chamber of Commerce. And every year they have a State of the Region address and talk about where the region is going as far as business-wise and where the growth is. And there are over 850 people in attendance. And when you talk about, all of the CEOs and the mayors and college presidents were in attendance this morning. And I got a call last week from someone from the chamber who I knew, who asked me to come and sing. Mm-hmm. And again, 2 years ago, I told you when I prayed on this project, mm-hmm. my only prayer was to sell 250 CDs to pay for the project. And God has just enlarged my territory just by the act of me making steps forward. I didn't even plan or could not have planned for that, but already people are saying that, they want more information and they have events that they want me to sing at. So, I was grateful for the opportunity, and I'll tell you, honestly, 3 or 4 years ago, I did not have the confidence in my vocal talents that I do now, and it's just the maturity and the growth in my relationship with Christ, because knowing that what I do with my vocals is work, and it's a gift from God for me to use for Him. It has given me a boldness that I didn't have 4 years ago. And
that's what God does. God will open doors and walk you and take you to places that sometimes you did not know that He had plans to take you. But
right, and I was just sitting at the table at the Marriott this morning and I'm sitting at the same table with a congressman and the CEO of a president of a company, and I just thought to myself, I said, God, you showing off. Look at you. How did that get here?
That's right.
I get, it's not about me. It's all about what God has given me, and hopefully, again, we talk about using my music to soothe people and inspire people. At the same time, I'm hoping it will take my journey as an example of look what you can do. I didn't have any advantages. I didn't have a lot of things growing up, or a lot of opportunities, or a lot of people who knew people who could get me places. I just started working.
Right.
And I just never gave up. And when tough times come, and they do come, I just use it as just step over it, pray over it, and count my blessings instead of my stumbling blocks. I just remind myself about the things I do have instead of focusing on what I don't have. And there are a lot of things I don't have. There are a lot of things I want. But guess what? I have everything I need.
That's it. Absolutely. Well, myself and everybody, we want to thank you. Again, we want to commend you, because not only with the music, but it seems like you help spread the good spirit, and you help the community in general. And that is a big deal. We need more leadership out there nowadays with the things that are going on. The world is becoming a crazy place. So it is very... Right.
And that's important to me, just to give back. And I just wanted to share my website again, DDG.com, DEEGEE.com. And you actually can go on my site, and actually there's a music store, so you can download music from my site.
Okay, and they can check it out there, and then also find you on your Facebook page, as you said, DDG as well.
DDG Media. Mm-hmm.
Okay, DDG Media. All right, and we listen. Also, we can get in touch with you sometimes and keep us posted on upcoming events that might be going on, or some of the organizations that you have. Let us know so we can help get the word out, and we can get some of these people involved in these programs as well.
I promise I will.
Thank
you for bringing me on. I appreciate the opportunity.
Hey, it was our honor. We hope to see you again, and God bless.
Same to you. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.